So, welcome along to this video. Today we are going to be exploring Portsmouth, historic naval town. We're going to start off in this park. Very nice park indeed, Victoria Park. So we're going to start from here. Plan is to head off down towards Gunwharf and then along there through Old Portsmouth, along the sea walls and as far out along the seafront as we can get. So we shall see how far we can go, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So, Victoria Park in the Second World War. During the Second World War, Victoria Park's central location made it an ideal site for bomb shelters, which were buried in the lawns. Okay? At the centre of the park is a corrugated iron building housed a British restaurant. This offered tea, snacks and hot meals. A car. That's not gunshots, that's a car. This offered tea, snacks and hot meals at affordable prices to people who had lost their homes in bombing raids or who were working on clearing up damaged buildings. Portsmouth had 9 British restaurants altogether, and some stayed open into the 1950s. British restaurants were part of a national scheme to make sure people could get a decent meal in wartime, while in other places they were always known as British restaurants. In Portsmouth, the council preferred the name municipal restaurant. So there was a restaurant here. I mean, there's a cafe over in the corner where I started from, but yeah, there's also, once upon a time, a restaurant here. I mean, it's a nice place to have a restaurant. So, animals. What have we got here? Finches. We have got finches in here. Oh, there's some over there. Rabbits. Not just rabbits, giant rabbits. Peacock, that's pretty cool. That's probably what was making all the noise. And there's a whole tree of budgies here. Check them out. So, now we're around the other side of the Guildhall. You'll see a picture of that because there's a couple on the way around, but video would have been ruined because there's obviously an event going on and it's quite loud. So firefighters are over there making a lot of noise doing the fitness challenge. Fair play to them in this weather. It's hot, but I mean, I guess in that job you're kind of used to hot. But back to what we're doing. This in Portsmouth is Guildhall Walk, lots of pubs, clubs, pop world. But yeah, nightlife area. Over here is part of Portsmouth University, back of the Guildhall there. And then this is part of Portsmouth University. We're heading into lots of university buildings. What does this one say? Does it say when it was opened? 1908. Very regal, important building. Oh, there's a nice little harbour just here, look. Very sheltered and secluded little harbour. Over in the background there, you can just about make out Spinnaker Tower. And then the funnel building. Spinnaker Tower is meant to represent a sail, and the building over there is meant to represent a funnel. We're now coming out into Old Portsmouth. Fantastic little place to walk around.
Okay, we're going to Here we are, yeah. No, you want to go just have a look? The view?
And these are tram lines. Portsmouth once upon a time used to have a tram network. No longer, unfortunately. So I have made it to Old Portsmouth. Having a look around, it's probably ferry in the background, just here. Ferry to the Isle of Wight. Now I spin around. We can see Spinnaker Tower in the background as well, and this Spice Island Inn. This is a great little place in the summer. This part here It's packed out with people just drinking and enjoying the view, and it is quite some view from here. And we're going to take a wander off down this direction. And we're going to head around and have a look at the old walls along Old Portsmouth.
Fifteen minutes later.
This way. You put me down to yeah, train.
So, made it to the top of the round tower. I'll show you some footage of this in a minute, but this is a very well-known place for people when ships are sailing out from the Navy. People come and see them off, and people come and see them back from this tower. Very well known. Let's see if I can include some footage of that as well. But one of the best viewpoints of the Solent. So I shall see if I can do a time lapse, perhaps with this here, and show you what the Solent looks like. So that over there is not France. Heard some people call it France before. That is not France. That is the Isle of Wight. One of the bigger, newer eco car ferries coming back in the middle of the Solent. Now there is Gosport, part of the naval base there. Out to sea, you can see the historic fortifications are spread all the way across over to the Isle of Wight and back again. Can't remember on which date they were built, but they are all abandoned now. One of which used to have a hotel on it, which is abandoned. There was a YouTuber who went urban exploring around one of them. You can have a look for that video. But yeah, quite something to have a hotel out in the middle of the water. Didn't work out though, unfortunately. This whole area has been revamped. These archways didn't really used to be anything. It used to be just empty dead spaces, and now someone's had a very clever idea to turn them all into studios.
She maybe just woken up. Okay. So I'm trying to carry him a bit. I can't carry him.
Okay. You're like walking down the road.
Huh. We were there the other day. Cool, smiley face. Nutella one. Nice. Who doesn't love Nutella, right? Oh. And over here they have an ice cream. Oh. The weather is such today that I can feel an ice cream coming on. I think it's on the cards. Either that or a beer. Maybe I'll flip a coin. Ice cream or beer? What do you reckon? Heads a beer, tails an ice cream? That sounds like a plan. So, we are now really in the heart of Old Portsmouth. Going to do a bit more of a selfie walk around. Great little place, but yeah, incredibly historic around here. I think we'll go and have a look around Southsea Cathedral, because that's a nice spot. And then we will be heading over in this direction, along the seafront, to see more of Southsea. So yeah, this is Southsea Cathedral. It's very nice around here. Horribly secret little garden there. Let's go in and have a look. Okay, so we're now making our way down to the seafront again, walking through parts of Old Portsmouth. Nice cold area, and just around here there is a church with no roof. Let's go and have a look at that. And as promised, a church with no roof. Quite amazing really, and interestingly, I've just seen that you can get in there today for free. So we're going to go and have a look around. So, just been having an interesting chat with some people in there, and my thinking was correct. It was a World War II bomb that fell through the roof. They reckon a £50 incendiary bomb Yeah, it's quite amazing, really. You think that a World War II bomb fell through that, and most of the building is still intact. And down the other end, they've actually got quite a nice chapel area. So we'll go have an explore of that. It's around this spot that people think that the incendiary bomb hit, because if you look at the pillars behind me, you can see marks, little chunks taken out of them, where shrapnel from the bomb would have gone. And if you look from where I'm standing, the nice guys down the end told me that they think that this is roughly where it fell, because the debris field sprays out to hit all of the posts. You can even see some holes in the plaques behind me as well. Quite an amazing place, really. So there we go, church with no roof. The Royal Garrison Church in Portsmouth. Looks to be open all the way up until October. So if you want to go and have a look for yourself, come down. It really is quite spectacular in there. So, yeah. Worth a day trip just for that. You never quite know what you're going to find. I've lived here many years. That's the first time I've managed to get inside. So, there we go. I found something new. Right, on with the rest of the day. All of these are still the old fortifications of Portsmouth. And I believe somewhere around here, there is a tunnel. How cool is this? Ooh, scary. Probably smells awful in here. Actually, it doesn't. We are verging on getting close to the Funfair. Every seaside town has one, right? Portsmouth, well, Southsea has its own. Made it to this part of Portsmouth. Journey so far, we've kind of been down and around Old Portsmouth. We walked up kind of through the houses and around Southsea Cathedral, although it's named as Portsmouth Cathedral, which is weird because I think there's another cathedral in Portsmouth City itself. I'm going to have to look that one up. I'll put it on the screen somewhere, which one is actually which. Then we came out back round into the Garrison Church behind us, the church with no roof. Very interesting in there. And now we're going to head off towards the Funfair and all the loud noise and shiny lights of the Funfair. Then beyond that, into Southsea Castle.
It's all for 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
No, there's a new version, but I'm thinking of the old one. And what they used to do in that is the people in the audience would do this. I get a nice slow flap going, there you go. Now I've got these two platforms here. They are about 7 feet apart, and similar to going down the rails on there, this is one of my least favourite parts of the show, okay? Because rather than just using big powerful moves like that, I actually have to be accurate about this. So, whew, let's see how it goes. First of all, I'm going to use that side up again to get up and onto this platform here. Now, we're going to try and get across this. Now, it's going to be hard for some of you to see, but this rail here, and this really might take me a few goes, this rail is actually narrower than my tyres, which means when I'm on it, I actually can't see it. So I have to try and get right on it perfectly, and hopefully, all the way across. That was so close. Well, that worked nice and well. But as I said, there is another way that I can get between these two platforms, and it is basically using a bit more power, and hopefully just jump all in one go. All the way across like that, and back to the floor. Guys, round of applause for me. There we go, up onto there. All nice and good. And then a little gap down this way. All happy days, okay. Right, well now I came down that gap, I was using basically gravity to help me. I had gravity on my side. Going back, a little bit different, okay? As you can see, I've got to go up. And with trials as well, it's almost always about working in really small spaces. I've got no run up here. It's not even the length of my bike in order to try and get from here all the way over to there. And if you guys hadn't noticed, my demo rig is basically made out of scaffolding and plywood. Two notoriously hard things that have very little give. So if I do get this wrong, they're not going to budge at all, but I might get hurt a bit. So for that group earlier that was interested to see me get hurt, this could possibly happen. So we'll see how it goes. But again, if we can, this is actually one of those moves that's so big. I've only done it a few times, and I get lost sometimes trying to see if I can still make it over. But if you guys can, give us a bit of a clap. Give us a bit of a cheer. Let's see what we can do on the back wheel. Give us some ready. Oh, goodness. That was all well and good. Happy days. Fingers crossed, this will go okay. We'll see if I can make it up this all in one go. Come on. Here we go. There we go, onto the box. And now that I'm here, might as well. Guys, give us a clap, give us a cheer, make some noise. Now I've put this lovely lady in an incredibly compromising position. I'm going to get on with this, but I'm going to explain to you all what the plan is, okay? I want you guys to know the plan in case this goes wrong, so you can defend me all in court later on, okay? I'm going to get on my back wheel up here, okay? You lot are going to give me a countdown. We're going to go from 5 down to 1. On the count of 1, I will throw myself off this van, basically at Tracy. I'm going to miss her, land between her feet, roll away into a blaze of glory, lucrative sponsorship deals, Instagram stories, and other such fun things like that. If it goes right. If it goes wrong, well, mine and Tracy's friendship probably won't last much longer, and I probably won't be booked to do this show again. So let's make sure we get it right. Okay, everyone know what they've got to do. Tracy, stay exactly where you are. Whatever happens, do not move. Ladies and gentlemen, when I give you the countdown, when I give you the signal, nice big countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay? But a little bit slower than that. And my job is to basically not run out of talent between here and the floor. So, let's see how this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lend us your voices, and let's go! In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tracy, are you okay? Goodness. You're not as brave as the kids were earlier, I'll say that, but good. Please, lend us your voices, and let's go! In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go! Make some noise for Tracy! My name is Rich, this has been RPM. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube and enjoy the rest of your day here at Armed Forces Day in Portsmouth. Thank you very much.
Oh, their face was like, right, we'll try.
So we made it all the way to Southsea Common, and in the middle of Southsea Common was Southsea or Portsmouth Armed Forces Day. So we had a quick look around there. I'm sure I'll put some footage up of that. The usual stands selling expensive burgers and things. So we saw what we could. Now the weather's completely turned and it's starting to rain a bit. So I'm going to go further down into Southsea and I'll pick this up when the rain has stopped. Right, and we are back. Rain stopped for the moment. It's pretty angry behind me. But we're going to go and have an explore around this part, because this looks interesting. And then we're going to make our way up and over to Castle Fields and around Southsea Castle. So let's go and have a look around these. Pretty crazy behind me. That is an original D-Day landing craft. Took 10 tanks across to Normandy. The last surviving one. That is Southsea Castle, which I believe still has a working lighthouse, built by Henry VIII. We'll see if we can get in there in a minute. But first, kind of just absorb this. When people mostly talk about seaside locations, they don't really ever think Portsmouth, and I don't understand why. I mean, I'm biased because I grew up here, but people talk about Great Yarmouth or places in Cornwall or any sorts of places, but they don't really talk about Portsmouth. And I think they should. The thing is overlooked. So this is the view you would have had if you were fending off any invaders. Now there's a huge cannon mount we're standing on. And then down there is obviously all the inside of the fortifications and the lighthouse. Some mighty nice cannons there. 1, 2. Along with some cannonballs. Not too sure if they're original. Now inside Southsea Castle, right there is an original lens from the lighthouse. The lighthouse was built in the 1820s, so it stood there for quite a while. It's quite something, huh? And earlier on, I was stood up on this step here, and you can see how big the cannon would have been. Huge. I wonder how many men it took to move that around.
He spent at that time 376,000 pounds.
Now we've made it all the way down into Southsea Rock Gardens. We are right next to the pyramids in Southsea, which is a pretty good swimming pool for the rainy days of summer if you're down here, because they happen. But for now, let's have a wander through the rock garden, shall we? All right, let's have a look. Look at this place. Check out this little pond. It's got a little boatman on it. Oh, and a dragonfly. Does that lay eggs? I believe that's laying eggs. I mean, I'm a bit of an idiot, but I don't think it sucks water up for its butt to drink, so pretty sure it was laying eggs. Oh, I tell you what, it is roasting today. Well, roasting for us Brits, so it's about 22 degrees, which means everyone's melting and we can't take it anymore. We wait for it and pray for it, and when it gets here, it's suddenly too much. Check them out, they look like velvet. I could hear water. Cool. Lilies look awesome. Right, don't fall in. Comment if you want this just on loop as an ASMR track. They are fishing this one. I don't know if that's going to come out, but here you can just about see them. Right, moving on. Right, now I made it all the way down to South Parade Pier. This place used to be rundown. That's putting it politely, so let's go and have a look around and see what it's like now. Oh, it is rammed on the beach today. It is a sunny Saturday, end of June. Of course it was going to be rammed. Ah, a pub. Ah, so tempting. Oh, I used to love these games. Go down there and go fishing. Oh, what an annoying noise in the background. Well, look, Brighton Pier is not, but it is a lot better than it used to be. There used to be nothing here. Don't know if I'll be managing to record most of this. Found this pretty cool place. Little gardening project in Southsea. Looks like a bit of a shabby chic type of place. I don't know if I actually got it by whistling. I managed to actually get down to Canoe Lake, which is behind me. So over there, there's swans on the lake, real ones, so be careful of them because they can be a bit dangerous. But there's also pedal boats you can hire out. I'll swing back around there in a minute because I think I didn't record. It's pretty cool here. I mean, aside from the screaming kids, got a little putting course here. And it goes into some gardens. And then through here we have Southsea Rose Garden. And this is Portsmouth's Japanese garden. So that's a castle on there, but I've got no idea how to get there. No idea how to get there. I found a different path. I think it was obscured by screaming kids. What I wanted to say, but absolutely messed up because I didn't record it, is we made it to Canoe Lake, which is this part here. It used to have yellow boats on it, but now it has these swan pedalos instead. It also has real swans, lots of them, and you normally have to be quite wary of them because they can be quite aggressive. Yeah, nice area, but as you can see over there, it's just rammed full of people right now. It's pretty crazy. You know, I kind of realised it was tails for an ice cream. I've got this already. To be fair, I was really thirsty, but I'm not an alcoholic. Promise. Promise. But that's the end of the video. That is the end of the walk around Portsmouth. I hope you enjoyed it. This behind me, HMS Warrior. Check that out. We didn't even make it around the historic dockyards. I mean, in there is the Mary Rose, and we kind of saw hints of that earlier when we were looking at Southsea Castle, but yeah, we can't do that today. I've cracked up about 30,000 miles today. So, yeah, not miles, steps. 30,000 miles, Jesus. Oh, but yeah, as you can tell, I'm kind of done. So, I'm going to drink this, jump on a train, go home, and you can watch the best shots of the day. Take care.